In the late 1940s, military and civilian flight logs began recording an anomaly. Thousands of unidentified objects appeared across the United States in a sudden, sustained spike. While the public assumed these were visitors from the stars, the raw telemetry data showed the objects ignoring urban centers and instead following rigid, invisible geographical grids. When these coordinates were plotted, they formed a precise 485-mile-wide belt stretching across the continent, a zone known as the latitudinal corridor. Ground observers within this corridor reported more than just lights in the sky. They recorded a bone-deep thrumming, a constant low-frequency vibration between 4 and 111 hertz that emanated from the soil itself. The interaction between these aerial manifestations and the resonant frequencies in the ground suggests these are not random visitations, but the predictable output of a structured terrestrial network. The encounter logged by pilots Clarence Childs and John Whitted in July 1948 provides a detailed look at the physical energy of this network. They described a wingless, torpedo-shaped object over 100 feet long, tearing past their airliner at 700 miles per hour. The craft lacked wings, rudders, or jet intakes. Instead, it was enveloped in a fluorescent energy blanket and left a roiling trail of atmospheric compression in its wake. To manage reports like these, the military launched Project Blue Book. Investigators used IBM punch cards and statistical chi-square tests to process thousands of accounts, attempting to find a consistent model for extraterrestrial craft. The effort failed. The top-tier unknowns displayed no singular engineering profile. However, when mapped, these outliers aligned perfectly with the energetic corridors of the Earth's own telluric Umsline, suggesting a terrestrial energy discharge rather than a fleet of vehicles. This network dates back 12,800 years to a group the ancient records call the Sovereigns of the First Dawn, the Savants. Their records indicate an absolute focus on mathematics and geometry, treating the Earth's physical mass as a machine to be aligned. They established 44 nodes at specific geographic intersections, utilizing deep Earth currents to stabilize tectonic volatility. They used acoustic resonance to soften solid granite into malleable slurry, pouring seamless blocks equipped with copper tracks to channel massive magnetic energy. The presence of conductive metals and insulating minerals within these monuments points to a function beyond symbolism. This was a global, high-technology stabilization engine. This equilibrium ended 12,800 years ago during the Night of Liquid Stone, a catastrophic event triggering a sudden deceleration of the Earth's crust. While the crust slowed, the oceans continued at their original velocity. Titanic waves scoured the continents, burying the 44 stations under miles of volcanic ash and mineral sediment. Human survivors who lacked the savants' technical knowledge struggled to explain the broken remnants of this machine. They translated the catastrophe and the buried technology into localized folklore. The Babylonian Enuma Elish documents this transition through its account of the violent dismantling of Tiamat and Apsu. This myth provides an administrative log of a systematic planetary re-engineering phase. These creation accounts serve as filtered post-war records, preserving the memory of a massive restructuring of the Earth's original operating system. The buried stations, the slurry brick pyramids and subterranean vaults, retained their energetic potential long after they were forgotten by the civilizations built on top of them. Evidence of this dormant power surfaced in May 1948 over the Cascade Mountains. Observers tracked 4 narrow energy beams converging over the mountains. The interaction was so intense that moisture in the air physically condensed into clouds within the beams themselves. The resulting energy discharge lasted 10 minutes and rose 10,000 feet into the atmosphere. J. Edgar Hoover personally classified the report, routing it via special messenger to the Atomic Energy Commission. The coordinates place this discharge directly adjacent to the strategic nuclear assets at Hanford. This proximity to nuclear reactors suggests an interaction between our modern energy grids and the ancient terrestrial network, which continues to vent the mechanical torque built up by the Earth's rotating core. As the Earth's magnetic core undergoes a modern shift, the 44-node grid is returning to an active state. We see this awakening in the Triangle of Biola cluster, a massive energetic anomaly. Recorded 150 miles above the Earth's surface, the cluster demonstrated total geometric control. diverging to form a perfect isometric triangle of light. These events are the visible evidence of our planet's ancient stabilization system, venting built-up pressure into the outer void. We are living on top of an ancient, dormant machine, and the evidence shows it is finally turning back on.